Alright, so we got the spoilers here for chapter 63 coming from Pedyuko on Twitter, and because it's a double chapter this month, we also got the spoilers for chapter 64, so make sure you guys subscribe to stay updated for all the next Record of Ragnarok chapters. I'll probably be dropping another video soon covering chapter 64 in the next couple hours, but for right now, I just want to focus on chapter 63, given just everything that went down. There is just so much to talk about here, so yeah, let's just get into it. Alright, so again, coming from Pedyuko on Twitter, the first bit here says, everyone on the gods' side flips out at Hades' power. Thor and Shiva reappear for a bit and Odin speaks for once. So this is picking up from where chapter 61 ended. This is after we see Hades use Ichor Eos for the first time on Chin. And this is also after he found out how to negate Chin's crossbow form, meaning he was able to use his blood to redirect Chin's air bullets before they could have any effect on his chi. And it's also at this point where it just doesn't look good for Chin, right? I mean, because Hades could manipulate his blood, he just needs to protect his chi and look for his moment to use Ichor Eos again. But like I've been saying throughout this entire fight, right? Chin's fight IQ is just too much for Hades to handle, so there's no way I can see Hades trying to go for the same trick again of just overwhelming him by strength alone like he was doing in the beginning of the fight. And this is one of the reasons why I especially wanted to just talk about chapter 63 instead of making a video going over both chapters, because I think the fight choreography on its own is just so impressive. There's just not a single boring moment in this fight. It's like Hades and Chin find an answer for each of their counters, making this just insanely competitive. But it turns out we're also seeing Thor, Odin, and Shiva this chapter, so this is really interesting. It's been a while since we've seen them, or Loki and Aphrodite. So the next bit here says, meanwhile, everyone on humanity's side is worried for Chin as well as Alvitur, who has the exact same wound as Chin does. Hades praises Chin for making him have to pull out Ichor Desmos, but Chin doesn't respond and instead looks at Alvitur. So humanity and Alvitur are getting nervous here, and I know I said at the beginning of the video that I would only be talking about chapter 63, but between both chapter 63 and 64, I think some of the best moments just have to be the ones between Chin and Alvitur for sure. I don't know, it's just satisfying to see them actually working together instead of Chin doing this on his own like most of the human fighters do. And I think what really helps is how honestly concerned they are for each other. I mean, Chin doesn't even reply to Hades when he praises him because he's worried about Alvitur here. Alright, the next bit here says, he implies that he wants to put everything on this next attack, and Alvitur admonishes him for being so meek about it, so he firmly restates that he wants to win. So it's almost like Alvitur's helping him with the decision making here, like she's trusting Chin to make the best decision he thinks could win the fight now. And like I said, it's satisfying to see her as a Valkyrie doing more than just support. I think they're probably my favorite duo so far. Alright, and the next bit says, Chin and Alvitur join hands and revoland, creating a sword apparently based off the sword of Gojian and called Qinshi Huang Gojian sword. Chin says a king's pride is in protecting his people, and Hades says he'll stab Chin right in his heart. Alright, so I know this is probably a little confusing if you forgot about revoland, and this is going all the way back to round 3 where we saw it happen for the first time in Kojiro versus Poseidon. So after Poseidon broke his sword in half, Kojiro was able to revoland his blade into 2 separate swords, and there wasn't any real explanation for it, right? I mean, it was implied this was Hurst's special ability, but it's not like there was anything stating that no other Valkyrie could revoland, right? And who knows, maybe only really special people like Kojiro or Buddha can revoland, and maybe Chin and Alvitur are just so compatible that a revoland is somehow able to work. I honestly have no idea. So after they revoland, it looks like we're finally seeing his sword form here, named the Gojian sword. Alright, and the next bit here says, they clash again, Hades with Ichor Eos and Chin with an attack combining his and Chunyan's names. Hades prevails and Chin loses his whole left arm. Both the audience and Alvitur tell Chin it's hopeless, but he sees a new, even more beautiful star. So using the same move we saw him use at the end of chapter 61, Hades uses Ichor Eos against Chin's Gojian sword. And not only does Hades overpower him, but he straight up takes off his entire left arm here. And just going based off the actual leaks that we have, this is just so intense to look at. Like, I sometimes forget how graphic the fights can get when they really want to, but this is where it's coming to the end of the chapter now. The audience and Alvitur tell Chin there's no coming back from this, but then Chin says he sees a new and more beautiful star. Alright, and this is the last bit here. It says he gets back up and reaffirms what it means to be a king, one who never doubts, never yields, never relies, and never surrenders. So calling back to what he said earlier in the fight when Hades asked him about what defines a king, Chin just repeats it here and gets gets back up to fight again, and I just can't say it enough, guys. The amount of love I have for this fight just keeps growing and growing. I did not expect to be so invested in this round, but just seeing Alvator play a role in these final moments is so gratifying. It almost feels unreal to see everything play out the way that it has, and of course I will be reviewing these chapters in full when they're finally out and translated, so make sure you subscribe to stay updated. I'll also be uploading my video going over the spoilers for chapter 64, where we finally see the winner of round 7. So again, make sure you guys subscribe to stay updated. But that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what I had to say, then please leave a like. I'd greatly appreciate it, and feel free to let me know in the comments what you think, anything you agreed or disagreed with. And again, if you're interested in more Record of Ragnarok, then make sure you subscribe. I'll be doing more videos here on the channel like always. And yeah, again, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day.